So this is the second part of our walk. I had to stop because Guardian had to play with his friends, right? So, because the terrain changes, they call them sink holes, what do they call it? Sand traps, right? Where it looks like sand and then you go in and then it's like a pit and it sucks you down. But in places, it also does that in woods where it looks like a normal wooded area, but in fact it's got like areas where you get stuck. Me and Guardian have been in situations like that where Guardian's had to pull me out, where I've walked in down a normal path like this, and then see like the holes here, it's had an overgrowth, I've not seen it, and then it's like a bit slushy, and then next minute I couldn't move and I was sinking in to the soil. So I knew then, that's because that used to be the lake, that used to be the beginning of the lake, but that was like 20, 30 years ago, now it's changed, right? So Don would know where lakes have dried up, where areas are, where sinkholes are, stuff like that. Would Candice know? Yeah, maybe. Maybe when they first got to the house, Don took Candice and the kids for a walk, which you do, don't you, to show this is where I grew up, this is where I played, this area here, watch out, don't go near because it's like where a sink place is and stuff like that. So reason why I'm saying that is because about 200 years ago, people used to, they ran out because of the plague and that, they ran out of body space to put bodies. So to stop people knowing if they died or not, they used to bury them in this sort of pit, right? And it was like, it looked normal. It looked like this, what you're seeing now. Just absolutely normal. But as you walk, it gets thicker and thicker. And before you know it, your boots are sucked. And no matter how hard you try, you can't get them out. And you see where shoes and boots are being stuck. I've even seen a sheep die where it's got stuck and it's gone half down and it's just so exhausted to move that it's died. Right? So I've no doubt in that area somewhere there's going to be a sinkhole, like something like that. No doubt. Number two, if animals have gone up to it and got stuck and died in it and fell down, and you have like trees and branches and stuff like that, like debris, plants, they start to rot in the water, right? So when they rot in the water, it becomes like slushy, gunky, smelly. Now someone's mentioned a few times, it's where animals are and it smells, right? So whoever or whatever got her there, what if she was running through the woods to hide? So we get two scenarios here. Her mum did chase her, got angry and chased her because she was supposed to stay up with her brothers, and maybe she tidied up waiting for the social services to come, and got angry at her taking her toys out or something. She's ran out, got hit by the canoe, been dazed, ran down, saw her mum drive down shouting at the dog. The dog's run back and she's got so confused, ran straight into the woods, straight into a pit where she couldn't get out, or she fell down into a pit part. Now if there's hunting there and bears, also bears dig pits, so do hogs, and coyotes make pit dens. and they have to move on when the rain comes down, fills the rain up. So it'd be interesting how much rain they've had in April, May and June. And could there be a pit full of soil, water and stuff like that, that looks like soil, that looks like this dense area here, can you see? But actually sucks you in and then sucks you down. And the more you move, the more it sucks you down. A 5-year-old child that gets stuck is not going to go, I've got to stay still. She's not Harry Potter, right? If I stay still and relax, I'll get dropped down. She's going to panic and pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. And if it's up to her chest or her stomach, she won't be able to scream because she needs her energy and an oxygen. And the body's natural thing would be to breathe. So she wouldn't think to scream, it would just pull, 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 pull. By that time, everyone's on the farm, everyone's on their property, everyone's shouting, Summer, Summer, screaming. So even if someone was screaming, you've got the police cars, the flashing lights. So even if someone was screaming, no one would hear. And this is why the police always say, if a child goes missing, stay indoors and wait and don't let anybody out and just shush and listen, especially if you're in woods. And don't let anyone go anywhere until they get there. There's a reason for that. If you stand still and listen, if something's screaming or shouting, you might be able to hear. But if you've got people shouting her name and she's shouting, I'm over here, but someone else shouts at the same time, nobody's going to hear a little 5-year-old girl who can't breathe with a sinkhole. Now, I've seen it happen where children have gone through woods and that because they were kidnapped, abused, they managed to escape, gone through woods and then got buried and died in that area. And when, I think it was a father, was going to kill his kids because he got angry with them, he was drunk. And the father said, actually, he went down because he thought the kids had escaped and went down and told the police what he'd done. But then the police couldn't find the kids. And he said they ran into the woods like idiots. They didn't find them. Then 10 years later, a dog walker was walking with their dog and a tree cutter was cutting the trees. It landed and the tree cutter guy said, watch out, there's a sinkhole there. And as the tree went down, it splashed and splashed the bones up. So that's how they knew. So everyone's saying, what are the chances of a stranger abducting Summer? Right. Depending on what these paedophiles are, if they like males, then it would make sense that Summer being the smallest, the youngest, they might not know Summer's a female because she's had a haircut, remember, short. If they know she's got 3 brothers, they might think, oh, these have all got boys. Kidnapped her, find out that it's not a male, got angry, killed her and then walked off. Could that be possible? Yes. But highly unlikely. 2, these cowards, opportunists, right? They're not going to want to sit down. They're not intelligent enough. They're paedophiles, for God's sake. If you're a paedophile, there's no way you're intelligent. Because if you were, you wouldn't be touching kids. Why would you? There'd be nothing. They've got nothing. I don't understand them. And I'm never going to understand them. And when people say you have to go in their head, how can I go in the head of someone like that? When I don't think like them, I don't feel like them. I couldn't go in their head because I just don't get it. Right? So, I feel that it's 99.9% unlikely it's a stranger and it was just oh look, that's a female, quick abduction. I think it's 2 probable causes. 1, accidental, where the mum's chased Summer out, Summer's banged straight into that. It's gone down. And that's why she keeps mentioning it. 2, there's a picture with Summer and her brothers in that boat or canoe. So is she saying she's there? She's in that area. She's been taken to that area. Or 3, someone had run across to kidnap the boys in the first place. Candice and that have got home before they could do anything. They've panicked, pulled the canoe over them, and was going to stay there, then leave. But then saw the opportunity that Summer might have opened the door, wanted to play on the swing because she was bored, because there's no TV down there. Thought, I'm going out on the swing, because her dad did say that she loves being outdoors. Managed to open the door, or one of the boys could have opened the door for her. She could have shouted, can you open the door and go out on the swings? She's got the door open somehow, some way, right? And he's gone, here's my luck. Heard Candy saying, boys, look after your sister, I'm just popping off. So he knows that the kids are in the house. He knows that Candice isn't, and he knows that the mother isn't. They're busy, maybe Candice's mum screaming, because when you put a brace on a very painful leg, it hurts. So she could be going, ow, ow, ow. So how would she hear, how would Candice or anyone hear anything else but the grandmother's cry? I have got another theory, but it's a bit silly. But that's what this channel's about. What if Summer's in the back of Grandma's car? What if it was an accident? Because Grandma's already lost one of her daughters, right? She didn't want to lose another one and have her grandkids brought up by Don, right? Or she would have to look after all of them. So she's out Candice. And she's took Summer across state and then dumped her somewhere. Said she's got family in that place. Now, everyone's putting towards the husband was the one that could have killed Rose. It wasn't, because Rose didn't say it was her husband, right? She definitely said it was Candice, and she definitely said it. And spirits don't lie, they don't need to lie. What they're going to lie for? If she wanted to get her husband in trouble, she would have said her husband, but she can't lie, so no. But anyway, say everyone's saying that. Say that they know, or the grandmother knows. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Don't go around calling the police. We're not interested in that. If the police want to investigate this, they can. But we're not here to find Summer in that. We're here to speculate, to put our ideas forward and see what comes of it. And at the end of it all, if we can help, good. If we can't, we wait to see. And we build our what I call a star system, our angel wings up. Right? Okay, so here we go. So, what if Summer says that Mummy chased her? What if she ran back up towards the house? Candice either knocked her with the car because she saw her running, or got knocked over by the... Because it just happens a bit funny how the car that Summer spent her last hours in is the car that's missing. That's gone. And I get the police could say, yeah, and the police probably look. But hey, the police get it wrong. How many criminals have they actually let free? And how many criminals, non-criminals, have they put inside because they thought they thought they were guilty when they were innocent? They make mistakes. They're a small-town police force. Guardian, come on. They make mistakes, big mistakes, sometimes. So maybe Summer's body's nowhere near that area. Maybe she has been dumped on her way. it's just really funny how the car, the only car that was the last carrying Summer last, is now gone away and now could be cleaned, could be sprayed, just because the police have took a look at it. And whether they've done DNA on it or not, nobody knows. We can only speculate until they tell us. But if they haven't, and they've just said, yeah, of course, we understand you've lost your daughter this way, you know, your sister's husband's had a heart attack, she needs help, no problem. Right? Go, go, go. What if they've done that mistake and let the car go and the car's got all the answers? I don't think Don had anything to do with this at the beginning. Whether he has now or he knows now is another matter. But it's weird how the solicitor's allowing Candice to do loads of interviews but not Don. Why? Could Don say something that could implement Candice or her mum? I don't think Don did anything to Summer. I don't think Don is involved with Summer's disappearance. I really don't. Because Summer loves her dad. Right? And I think the reason why Summer says, Daddy keeps leaving me, is because maybe he keeps drinking and she's following him and she's saying Daddy and he's ignoring her. Some spirit kids still can't understand that people can't see them or hear them, right? So that could be the case why Summer keeps saying Daddy keeps leaving me. But I really do believe Don wanted Summer. He fought for Summer, right? He's always wanted a girl. He's fought for Summer. Candice didn't want Summer. Candice's mum was going to adopt Summer, but he refused, right? So I don't think if a guy's going to fight for his daughter, and to be fair, when I feel Summer, I can feel the love for Don. I can feel the love for Don. I really can. She really, really, whether it's right or wrong, don't forget, Summer doesn't understand love, right? She doesn't understand that she should have been treated better by Dad, protected better by Dad. But if you think the way Don's acting, he's acting like a typical dad who couldn't protect his kid. And he feels guilty. He's doing exactly what I expect the father to do. When his daughter's missing and he loves her to bits. He's probably feeling so guilty that maybe I shouldn't have left her with Candice. Is Candice lying to me? Is she telling me the truth? You know, he's got all this on his head. Now, I get it, he's a get. And he's a dirty little shit. Right? And what he did to his sisters is disgusting and he should be punished for that. Right? But let's take that to one side and put it as, let's do it for Summer. Right? Let's put the anger of what he is and who he is to one side, and let's do it from Summer's love for her dad, right? And when any medium will tell you, when they hear Summer and that, when you hear spirits, you can feel them as well and feel that love pain. And she really, really loves her dad. She is petrified of her nan, her grandma, as they call it. She is petrified of her mum. Because every time you mention a mum or nan's name, she starts to shake. I didn't feel anything about H when I was talking about H. I felt the loss, like she was worried about her brothers a lot. But now they've been taken away, she doesn't seem to have that worry about her brothers. I don't feel that no more. Right? But she's worried about her dad. And Summer's granddad, that's with Summer, and with Summer's auntie Rose, is saying, Don, stop, enough. So I'm wondering if they're saying, Don, listen, you've got to get yourself together, you've got to find your daughter. Enough, you've got to stop believing what Candace is telling you. Now, everyone's saying, well, Candace deserved to get better because she had the bloke in. And listen, guys, no one deserves to put their hands on anybody else no matter what. Right? If everyone followed that rule, then this wouldn't be happening right now. People would not be hurt. It's a simple rule. Everyone don't put their hands on anybody else. It's not hard to do. Hold on, guys. Come on. In here. Come on. In here. Come on. Right, stay there then. No, sit. Sit. It's not a... She's not a puppy like you are.
No, he's not a puppy anymore.
Oh, he's only 3. Yeah, he's still a baby.
He's quite strong.
He is. He's got another 3-4 years to grow yet.
Oh, flippin' egg.
Yeah.
You're beauty, aren't you?
He's a service dog. You can stroke him, that's fine. His name's Guardian.
Hello, Guardian. Hello. I shouldn't like to brush your coat. I'll put you
Oh,
in the bath.
I've had to shave it. It's a nightmare. Yeah, as you can see. It's going to take about 7 hours to clean that. I know.
What do you do when you get back then? Do you have to comb him down?
Yeah, so I brush him down. Yeah, he normally loses hair because he's normally got very long hair. But what's happened is it's got caught with his undercoat, his winter coat. So the vet said shave him, let that drop off, and then it'll grow back. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Do you tuft? Yeah, he tufts as well. He makes a mess.
Oh, it's a nightmare. You could do loads of dogs with him, I tell you.
You want some saddlebags?
I've got some, because he's a pack dog as well, so we go to hospital and help a lot of people.
Oh, that's
so.
good.
Yeah, and he's a medic dog, so he smells like for cancers and epilepsy and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, are you not from the village then?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Oh.
I just live just in front with the 2 school close.
Yeah.
Just live there.
You're having a good sniff. Brett don't like the banging.
Yeah.
The banging frightens him.
That's why he's on lead. Normally he's off lead and he's quite fine.
Oh no,
When they start shooting,
we got caught up because they didn't put no signs and I can't read, and we got caught in here, and one come right up next to us, didn't care about him and just shot, but he just sat there and was just like. Just don't point it at me.
he was okay until one day the smoke alarm in the house went off.
The piercing, could have hurt his head.
Freaked
Yeah.
him out, and all kinds of noises now. He doesn't like.
Bless him.
No, wheelie bins, airplanes, motorbikes.
Don't blame him really.
Yeah, funny, aren't
Right.
they?
You have a nice day.
Yeah.
Come on, Guardian. Sorry about that, guys. We visit a lot. Oh God, more. What's wrong with everyone today? Now you see why I wear my mask. We've got loads of dogs everywhere today. You know, this is normally the quietest place. You know why? It's because I'm doing a YouTube video of someone. That's why. Like my every time I do stuff for someone, it stops. It goes funny. Oh. Because she's only recently passed, her strength is really strong and her energy. Normally, it takes a while for them to get used to their energies and what to do and what not to touch, and also, like, for their energies to settle in. But once they've passed for 6 months, they're very strong, and that's why when people pass, you get your lights flashing, and it's them not understanding how strong they are. Right, so this is why the medium and everything says, could I get on there quicker? The quicker she gets on, if someone's alive, she could find them, or he could find them. But if they've just passed, we have a timeline, 6 months. That's all it is. And then their energies get weaker, or they get moved on, or they get reborn or something, but it's normally 6 months. Come on. So yeah, oh, here comes the wind. See what I mean? Right. So what do you guys think? I really believe Don didn't have anything to do with Summer. I'm going to respect Summer and the love that she has for her dad. To say the reason why he's letting Candice talk is because Don's broken to bits and he could say something that could put him in it when it's twisted. I get that. That could happen. He's distraught. But if you think about it, guys, Don is the only one out of them 3 adults, well, them 4 adults that with, that's showing any signs of distress. Okay, so, and to be honest, he says, why would my wife lie? If I could tell Donald one thing, I'd say to him, mate, she is petrified of you. The mother's petrified of you. You would kill her. She knows that. I know that, and I don't know you. And you're an asshole, and you're a bad person, but nobody deserves this, to lose your daughter. And you're not being punished. Your daughter is. And I'm glad you never said that, because I tell you something, if Don had turned around and said, why am I being punished? I probably would have lost it. You would probably have to stake me for like a year. But he hasn't. And that's what makes me think he's got nothing to do with this part. Now, whether he's found Summer and he's hiding her because he doesn't want to be apart from her. Look, hey, I've seen people do the most weirdest things when their loved ones have died, especially children. I've seen them don't want them to put in the freezer, you know, when the bodies, to keep them okay. They didn't want them to have a autopsy because they didn't want the baby touched. Do you see what I'm saying? Donald's showing exactly what grief's supposed to be. He's drunk, he's broken-hearted, he's having illusions, disillusions, he's having a breakdown. He's having a nervous breakdown, I'm telling you now. To me, Don's acting absolutely normal, what a dad would. He feels so guilty that he couldn't protect his only daughter. He's not going to visuals and stuff like that, because he can't. He's too broken. He's acting like the mother should act, in my opinion. And it's only my opinion, and I'm a nobody. So it's up to you what you think. It's up to you the way you feel. If you feel Don is guilty, then good. I'm glad, I respect that. But I just want to know why Candice's mum's car is missing. She could have gone up there, or one of the police could have took her up there and left the car on the site. There's septic tanks in there, right? In them trailers and stuff. She could be in that trailer underneath something. You're not going to smell it or anything if she's in the septic tank, because that's what a septic tank's for. So when you poop and wait, it doesn't smell. She could be tucked up in there. She's only little. She's thin and little. So she could be tucked up in there with it locked. Who's going to go in? Who's going to search that part? Because she said she ran into the woods, everyone, poor people are running around sweating and cutting themselves in the woods when she could be still on that property. And like I said, it wouldn't take them nothing when everyone's in the woods or everyone's looking for Summer for them to move her from under the canoe into a grandmother's septic tank. Right? But they're more plausible than some stranger coming up and just taking her. It's definitely not a stranger. Definitely not. But she does, every time I ask her, Summer, was it a strange man that took you? She goes, no. And then her granddad says, she keeps doing this. It's her. And I'm like, who? And he doesn't mention Candy's name. He just says her. Like, you know when someone goes, yeah, you know her. That thing. That's the type of feelings I get when he talks about Candice. That hate. And for the mother, don't know how they had children. I can say that for nothing. With the hate he's got for the mother. But guys, just think about it. The grandmother's taking the car. What if the grandmother doesn't know that someone's in the boot? In the back? Do you know what I mean? And even Candice admits, she says it. She wasn't supposed to leave yet. What if the heart attack happened last year? I've seen people lie and say, take time off work and say, oh, my mum's just had a heart attack and I have to take time off work. And they go, can you get me evidence she had a heart attack? And they're like, yeah, get a doctor's letter. Oh, can you just put, I need time off because I've got to help my mum because she had that heart attack. Yeah, no problem. And not put the date on when she had it. I've seen that done. So what if that's all an excuse? Can you trick the police like that? Of course you can. Why would a 70-odd-year-old woman lie in their eyes, you know? So, and like I said, the police make loads of mistakes, especially in America. I've seen it all the time. Loads of innocent people are stuck in jail because of these people. So, not saying police aren't good. I'm just saying there's a high risk chance that they've just allowed someone's body to get taken off the property. And if not, she's in that bloody, she might be put into that small thing. Maybe Candice waited until her mum left and everything and then put her in. But I'm only telling you what Summer keeps bringing out. And if you look on other mediums, she's probably going to eventually, because I don't watch other mediums so I don't get influenced. But if you watch other mediums, it's probably going to come out. She's going to say boat or canoe. She's going to say sandwich, poison. The granddad's going to go her. And if you're close and you've got the sensory, you'll sense it. You'll sense that anger, that hate. And because Candice doesn't really believe. Candice don't believe, by the way, guys. I just thought I'd let you know that. How do I know that? That she doesn't believe? Simple. Don believes that you're gonna, when you die, you stay asleep until the resurrection. Right? That's his choice. That's his belief. No one's slagging him off or anything for it. That's what he believes. Good. Whatever gets you through the day. But Candy sleeps. What person goes to church? If my nan was a churchgoer, right? She was a Christian. And a very Greek one at that. So you can imagine, right? And my granddad was Italian, so he was a Roman Catholic. So you can imagine that. So my nan would not let me put tracksuit on to go to mass. And I don't care how scruffy you are, and even Don was smartly like dressed. Yes, he had jeans and a shirt, but at least he had his bath and you could see his hair being combed and stuff, right? And he was clean. The kids were clean. Well, Candice would sleep in that, disrespecting the church, right? That's just disrespectful. But if they banned Candice, then the children wouldn't come. How would they be able to keep an eye on the kids? Do you see what I'm saying? And Candice knows that. She's a very good manipulator, Candice is. Don's not. Maybe that's why she's got away with her sister's murder. Because she hates her sister's guts and her sister was 21 years old. She was still a little baby herself. How could you hate someone like that? Maybe because she was the pretty one. Who knows? In Candice's eyes. Who knows? Maybe she was her dad's favourite. And then her dad dies and she finds out that Summer's his favourite and not her. Maybe she was hurt. There's so many possibilities, but they all run around the circle of Candice and her mum and that car. That car was the last time Summer was in it. That house was the last time Summer was there. That yard was the last time Summer stepped. So that area, where's Summer's puppy? I can't see it. And I said to Summer, where's your puppy? And she goes, he's here. What do you mean your puppy's there? My puppy's here with me. So have they killed Summer's pup? Or was the pup that Summer had that died? But I would really love to know, because Summer had a favourite puppy, a real favourite pup. It went everywhere, it followed Summer everywhere, they were best friends. They couldn't get downstairs, but when Summer had the back door open when it was hot, it would run in and sit with Summer, and then she'd get in trouble. Although, I don't know why, you couldn't tell the difference if dogs were in there or not, really. But like I said, there's just too many, not enough bathroom breaks, not enough food, not enough in. Maybe that's why they took the kids away. Maybe they took the kids away only because Candice refused for them to have their say. One, they wouldn't let the police interview the kids. But maybe the most important thing, is maybe Summer. That's my car. See, it's not a new car. Right, okay guys. So, I shall see you in a while, crocodile. Comment down below, okay?